Dun, dun, dun. Let's see here. Are we live yet? All right, I think I'm live. Let's make sure I'm live in the right group. Da, 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 da. For those who are just joining, I'm happy you're here, you're here, you're here. Are we live? Come on. Yes. All right, so welcome, welcome. It's early in the morning, but I have a lot going on today, so I just wanted to make sure I jumped into the Facebook group here in the Healthy Body community on Facebook. And if you're not in Facebook group and you're watching this replay later, please join us. Just type in Healthy Body Community on Facebook. And if you're on live with me, hello, it is great to have you here. Good morning. I see someone is with me. Please let me know you're here. Say your name. Just let me know and feel free to interact with me throughout. I don't want to take too much time, but I wanted to just really talk about 7 steps to reaching your health goals once and for all. And I'm going to link it to my Whole30 program because I believe that it covers those 7 steps. And so for those, again, who don't know me, I'm a health and life coach, essential wellness advocate, and CrossFit Level 1 trainer, the founder of Made Well. And so today, I'm just going to lead you through these 7 steps and then a little bit at the end talk about my Whole30 program that's open for enrollment now and how that's going to help. It's the process to help you reach your goals to get that end result. And so the first step or first area is your nutrition, right? It is the nourishment for your body and your mind and your soul, really it is. And we're talking about physical nutrition here. And I just think there are so many diets out there that it is quite exhausting to kind of keep up. And there's so many new things and there's new research all the time and new experiments all the time. And I think there's room for that. I think we always need to be willing to learn, and modern medicine, technology, all these things have grown in their understanding of the way things work, particularly in our understanding of our body over the years. But I will say this, that the fundamental thing that most of these in the last particularly 5 to 10 years have come up with, most of these diets, is the focus on whole foods. It's the focus on really getting away from processed foods. Now, processed foods aren't bad, but the ones that where we've had to add so much in order to change the texture or make them last longer, all of those different things. Really, what we want to focus on is eating as most whole nutritious food in their natural form as much as possible. Because when you just even focus on that, and then we can talk about macronutrients, how much, all those sort of stuff, which foods that do I really need. But when you focus on that, you will get way more nourishment than you probably have in a long time. You will feel better. You'll have more energy. You'll sleep better. You'll use the bathroom better. You'll have less toxins in your body, and your mind will be clear. So all these areas I talk about in my Healthy Body framework all start with the foundation of good nutrition, which is typically found in whole natural foods. And the second thing is movement, or what we call exercise. That's really they're the same thing. And I think over the years, we've made exercise to be something that we have had to be very intentional with it, because I'm going to sit down most of my day today if I'm not cognizant of that. But we need to just move. And back in the day, way back in the day, women were lifting heavy things. We were moving all the time. We were using our muscles in our body in a just natural way. But now we need to be way more intentional, and just be fit and healthy, not even necessarily to just run a race, but in order for our bodies to function the way it is, because our bodies aren't meant to stay still. And so during the Whole30 program, not only do I talk about nutrition and we look on eating more whole foods, we also talk about how do we move more in our everyday life. Just in the way that we live our lives, but also how do we fit in intentional exercise that we enjoy and that we're going to be consistent in. You don't want to start doing anything that you're not going to want to enjoy or be consistent in. That's where you need to start. For me, I started with walking, and now I do CrossFit. because I believe it's one of the best functional fitness programs, but that took over time. And even within that, I've done 5 years. What I started with is not where I'm at now in regards to fitness and weight and all those sort of things. So it's a journey. So nutrition or nourishment, movement, and exercise. The third one is stress management, or what I call relaxing. Most of the preventable diseases that we face and most of the actually issues that we have in our bodies, lack of energy, cloudy minds, upset stomach, a lot of different things are stemmed from stress. Your body, stress is good in certain times and certain capacities. Stress helps us deal with stuff happening, the adrenaline, the cortisol. But what happens is we're way too stressed. How your body responds to mental and physical stress is the same. And I see some more people have joined with me. Maybe the morning is the way to do this. Please say hello in the comments, and any questions you have, feel free to let me know. And I'm going to talk a little bit about a program to help you with these 7 steps at the end, called the Whole30 Made Easy. You have your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous system. Your parasympathetic is that rest and digest response, meaning resting and digesting your food and processing things. Your sympathetic is like fight or flight, like I got to deal with this impending issue. But we're way too in that sympathetic response far too often. So during the Whole30 program, we touch briefly on all of these of how can we incorporate more stress management techniques into our daily lives, and really pause and ask ourselves how stress is impacting our nutrition, our eating, our sleep, and all those things, and how we can just shift something in order to, feel better and reach our health goals, whatever they are. And then the fourth area is sleeping or resting. I've learned a lot about sleep within the last couple years, and personally, but also as I've studied it and knowing that a lot of our hormones, which are just chemical messengers in your body that are super important, are regulated when we work on all 7 of these areas and steps, but in particular when sleep happens. When you sleep, there's more of a hormone called leptin that is produced to help you feel full when you eat throughout the day. When you don't sleep, there's another hormone called ghrelin, which makes you more hungry. And that's why when you don't sleep, you want sugar, because your body's like, I need more energy. But often it's the sugar that we don't want to eat, right? And so managing your sleep will help manage your energies. It will help you lose weight even, friends. Like, in so many ways, sleep just regulates our system and allows that other system I talk about, the parasympathetic, to be regulated. So sleeping and resting, and not just sleeping at night, but resting throughout our day. I think for me, I'm guilty of go all throughout the day, when really, if you take moments of work and rest throughout your day, you're going to sleep better at night. So we'll talk about that in the Whole30 program, 6-week program as well. So that's 4 things: nutrition, exercise, stress management, sleep. The 5th is probably one of the most important, is often ignored, is our digestion. Many people can easily identify when there's an issue in their digestion from a couple things: gas, upset stomach, acid reflux, diarrhea, constipation. These kind of like very apparent things, but often what most people don't recognize is that a lot of the cause and the root of things such as even headaches or migraines or allergies could stem in your gut. Your gut makes about 60 to 80% of your immune system. It hosts good bacteria, which your body needs to fight off bad bacteria. It helps with inflammation. It helps with sleep, serotonin, happy hormones, all of these things. A lot of these things are regulated within our digestive system. Our estrogen, progesterone levels, we get rid of a lot of that stuff when we are eating, when we're doing things well through our digestion. So that's not something to be ignored, and it's often something that is ignored. So during the Whole30 program, we talk about that. We talk about what you're eating, what you're putting on your body and in your body can help regulate your digestion or not. So that's the 5th. And then the 6th step is to really look at your toxic load. And what I mean by that is the toxins that are in your personal environment that you can control. We cannot control everything, but we can control some things. And so your cleaning products, women, the products and the stuff we put in our hair and our skin, and smell. Like right now I'm diffusing doTERRA essential oils rather than, honestly, Glade plug-in. For me, I can't do that anymore, because after 4 years of using natural things like these oils, I can tell when something has synthetic chemicals that aren't good. So that is something we also look at, and particularly like I have bonus essential oil features actually throughout the whole 30 program, intentionally to show you that essential oils can be used for a healthy body as well. And I actually recently opened up my Facebook group, my oils Facebook group, to everyone who wants to learn about essential oils for a healthy body. But the whole 30 program will address mainly the habits and the lifestyle, but you'll get some bonus oil features. So later on after the whole 30, if you want to get started with oils, you can. But I really think you need to change your thoughts and habits before you necessarily incorporate a product, because the product's not going to change everything. You have to change those other things as well. So toxic load, essential oils are one solution, but there's a lot of other products that I use that are just more natural based. And so we talk about that. And then the 7th area is your mindset and habits. And then we talk about other areas of your life, but your mindset towards your health, who you are, your life will impact your body. Now there's this growing study called epigenetics and neuroplasticity. And what that means is that back in the day, we used to think our brain was hardwired and fast, that what we think, what happens to our brain, if we get damaged, all those things, the IQ we're born into is set. When in reality, what they have found is that our brains are neuroplastic, that they're able to change. Our beliefs, our thoughts, and even how our body interacts with those things can change. Because every day our body's making new cells, and every day we have the choice to tell our bodies and our minds how to live. And so there's a lot of different mindsets that we as women have commonly approached in our health. And there's this scarcity mindset. I'm not enough. It's not enough. I didn't do enough. There's the fixed mindset, where it's like things will never change. And really, I want to help women develop more of a growth and abundant mindset, a growth mindset that things can change. That's the neuroplasticity and abundance. Like there's enough time for me to fit in some exercise. There's enough time for me to make dinner at home or pick up a healthy meal. There's enough time. There's more than enough. And so during the whole 30, we particularly look at that as well. What is your mindset towards food? What's your relationship with food? And a lot of women have left the whole 30 program with me and have said, you know what, I realized that food is no longer in control. I'm in control. I'm the boss. It does not control me. And that was my experience. I just finished my 9th or 10th whole 30, right? And same thing, I'm like, I don't have to give into my cravings. When I'm stressed, I don't have to give into those things. I can figure out other ways to care for my body in that way. So the 7 areas or the 7 steps that we look at during the 6-week program is your nutrition or nourishment, is your movement and exercise, stress management and relaxing, sleep and resting, digestion and processing things, toxic load and cleansing, and then mindset and habits, and just rewriting those to have a healthier mind and body. So if you would like support, because I'm telling you, those 7 steps, when you do at least one thing in those, you're going to reach your health goals a lot faster, but also once and for all, not just for 6 weeks, but beyond. And I have tons of even work after the 6 weeks that could help and support you. So if that is something you're interested, if you're interested in getting support in any of those 7 areas and reaching your health goals, whatever it is, energy, weight loss, hormone regulation, joint pain, all those things, cravings, whatever it is, if you're ready to overcome those, then I suggest you sign up for my whole 30 Made Easy program. And let me briefly tell you what it is. So it is a 6-week program where for 6 weeks, where the nutrition part is the foundation of this one program that I do. All of them, but particularly this, where there's 6 different resets that we're gonna look at. But really what we're gonna look at is, how do you change what you're eating? And how does that impact the rest of your body? Because afterwards, you're going to reintroduce some of those foods you took away and see how they do for you. But also, you're going to start to see that what you eat impacts all of those other areas. What you eat will, in the long term, help you reach your goals. And whether it's weight management, weight loss, gut issues, energy, allergies, headaches, skin issues, I'm telling you, what you eat has a huge role in all of those. And then we're going to look briefly also on all those other 7 areas. So the first week, we're preparing for the whole 30, our house, our mind, our bodies, The second, third, fourth, fifth week, we are doing the Whole30, but we're also looking at these 7 areas: nutrition and exercise, stress, sleep, digestion, toxic load, mindset, and habits. And the 6th week, we're introducing those foods back in. I'm going to teach you how do you go do that in a way that you can actually see which foods impact your body and help you and don't help you, because it's different for everyone. So right now, until next Wednesday, there's an early bird price on both the group and one-on-one. And if you're like, I just want support, then I say do the group. The group is way more affordable. But if you're like, I need higher level support, do the one-on-one. So the group program is $197 for all the trainings, the Facebook group, the weekly Q&A sessions and coaching sessions up until Wednesday. So $197 for the whole 6 weeks. And that's a high level support. And I'm offering it 30% off for my birthday month, because my birthday is on August 29th and I'm going to be 30. So 30% off. It's actually a little bit more than 30, but you round to a number. And then if you're interested in getting one-on-one support, I only have a couple spots for that. That's $397 for 3 one-on-one coaching calls plus everything in the group. So 6 weeks of high level support. Most people would pay that for kind of 1 month, 1 or 2 months, but per month. And so I'm trying to make it more affordable because I really believe in this program, and I believe it's a good Kickstarter for anyone trying to reach their health goals for this year and their life. So if you go to madewell345.com/whole30, made easy, and I'll link it in here, you'll find all the details there, the ability to sign up. And of course, you can ask me questions here in the Facebook group, on my email, on all my social media handles, which are just madewell345. But the early bird price ends Wednesday, and there's only a certain amount of spots for each level of the program. So trust me when I say the Whole30 is a great process to reach your health goals once and for all, employing these 7 steps. So if this is something you're like been toying with, toy no longer. Sign up. I'm going to be giving it my all because I believe in this program. I just finished it on Monday, and I've learned even more things each time. So again, look at it. Let me know if you have questions. Join us. The earlier, the better, so you can claim your spot. And I'm going to post it below, and you'll be able to check it out. All right. Thanks so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, Deanna. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just saw your comments. I didn't see this before. Deanna was just mentioning she was on a fight or flight response before when she would fall asleep. Yes. And so it's really important to kind of switch that even for you. And I know you're interested in the Whole30 as well too, Deanna. So we'll talk more about the different levels and stuff for you. But yeah, check it out. Let me know if you have questions too, Deanna, and whoever else was on. And if you're watching the replay, let me know. Grateful for you guys, and we'll talk soon.